I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try to get in the lakes. And man, I found a lot of stuff in the lakes.
That guy's name is Dale Chassie, and a little while back, he was scouring a pond up in Maine with a metal detector when he came upon an item of interest.
Man, I got this nice low tone, and that's what gold rings up. And I mean, it was solid. So I took my sand scoop, dug down about a foot, and was sifting it out. And I looked in the thing, and there was a ring.
A ring, of course, is one of those circular bands that can serve as a token or a symbol of a milestone. Famous athlete Jason Kelce is a bit peeved because he recently lost his metallic Super Bowl ring in a giant pool of Skyline chili in Cincinnati. He claims he made an intern search for it with a shovel the day after he lost it, and then had no luck using a metal detector because Skyline chili has trace amounts of iron in it. Perhaps there's some undocumented corrosive effect day-old chili has on precious metals, or perhaps in this case, the celebrity sibling just didn't have the right hobbyist helping him out.
I took it out and looked at it, and I'm like, wow, this is a 10-karat gold class ring from 1971.
Using an inscription from inside the ring, our Maine metalhead went online to try to surmise whose hand it may have once belonged on.
I started trying to find somebody with the initials TM from 1971. I went to Skank High School. So I went to classmates.com, but I wasn't gonna pay. It's a paid site.
In spite of cheaping out, he nevertheless took note of a name on this website he wouldn't pay for.
There was a couple of random names there, and hers was one of the names, Tawanda Merrill.
Armed with a free name, he carried out a Google search. And, well, he found her. That is, her obituary.
She was a valedictorian, 1971, Skank High School. I said, this has got to be her ring.
From there, he was able to discover Tawanda had a sister as well as a daughter named Melissa. He says he sent them Facebook messages but didn't hear anything for a month, which, at least based on my unknown Facebook Messenger requests, should come as no surprise. But on Saturday, he received a reply from Melissa and got her on the phone.
So I called her, she picked right up, and you know, she was, we was just conversing. I was telling her the story of how I found it, and I asked her, when did she lose this? And she said she lost that in 1970. For 53 or 4 years, that ring has been in the lake.
But like for me, it's fascinating to think that this man who didn't have any connection to somebody who finds this ring is like, I want to find the owner, and then is also able to do so, was such, I feel like, not a lot to go on.
That's Melissa, and while it's not clear how her mom lost this ring in the first place, whether it came off while fishing or in some sort of aquatic Lord of the Rings reenactment, our ringmaster nevertheless sent it back to Melissa in New Hampshire where she lives. And she observes, much like in this 2018 Fashionista article that quoted the chief marketing officer at Jostens, a dominant presence in the academic memento market, that there's not as many class rings sold today as there were 30 years ago.
When I was in high school and you could order a class ring, it was like a different, and it's kind of not, like you just really didn't do that. And I remember her like a couple times being like, don't you want one? Don't you want one? Don't you want one? And being like, no, nobody gets a class ring. Were you living vicariously through me? Is that because you lost yours? What's going on?
Living vicariously through jewelry or not, perhaps like one of those diamonds made out of a dead person, being unexpectedly reconnected with an old family heirloom can be a pretty nice surprise. On Facebook, there's even a private group called the Ring and Jewelry Finders Lost and Found Service, which claims to be a worldwide network of metal detecting enthusiasts and other people who find lost rings and jewelry and try to locate their rightful owners. I'm no enthusiast, but I am other people. And while this closed group I tried to join says everyone is approved, my membership is still pending for some reason. But hey, you don't need Facebook to find a damn ring.
This is my handy dandy Garrett AT Max metal detector.
This guy in Connecticut also just found a lost class ring that dates back to the Stamford High School class of 1946, and also reunited it with the daughter of another woman who passed away a while back who'd lost it.
I just don't know what to say. And when he brought the ring, I just felt like I got a piece of her. You know, I wanted to call her up and say, we found your ring, Mom.
Just a good feeling to get it back to the owner of the ring. I'm sure they missed it.
Earlier in April, geopolitics expert Ian Bremmer posted on several of his social media platforms that he lost his high school ring sometime in 1991, only to have just been reunited with the thing, which was found on the side of the road in the UK decades ago and finally returned to Bremer about 40 years later by a kind Englishman. And yes, it was a Jostens. While it's not clear whether one of those Kelce brothers has access to a kind Englishman who's able to track down a Super Bowl ring that's possibly still covered in chili or the Cincinnati tri-state area's garbage, at least in Dale and Melissa's case, a small act of kindness was able to ring out across New England.
So when you get a chance to do something like that and you know, make somebody's day, it makes it all worth it.
It spreads joy and love because you're making these connections that I don't think you always recognize and realize. And those are the things that help people move forward and feel good about things when they're either not there or when you don't realize you need that in that moment.
Whoa, look at what I just found inside of this LaCroix can. It's a ring and there's an inscription inside of it. It says, subscribe to @TheNewsRefresh on YouTube for more weird and interesting news stories each and every day. Huh, what do you think that means?